There's a good job, Kane. We're right here with Kane and Loki. Hey, Loki. There's Kane. Good. Let's go. Just got Kane out of the truck. Warm him up a little bit. Kane, here. Good job. Kane, sit. Good. Kane, stay. Nope. Sit. You felt a little bit of leash pressure there. Come on, buddy. Kane, sit. Good job. Kane, stay. Nope. Let's go. Kane, sit. Stay. Yes. Break. Good. Good job, dude. See if he needs to use the bathroom. Yep, he's going to pee. Good boy. He's a big dog, huh? Yeah. Yeah, he's not for the faint of heart. Okay. Let's go. Heel. Heel. Good job. Looks like Loki isn't lunging too bad. Yeah.
That's a big fucker. I'm not messing.
Right? Yeah.
Loki.
Don't bring me the wrong.
Loki, with me. Nope. Nope.
Okay, let's go.
Nope. Loki, sit.
There we go.
Sit. Good boy.
Yeah, Loki's definitely interested. He wants to say hi to Kane. Yeah. Kane, sit. Hup. Kane, sit. There you go. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, he's actually, he's been training for protection.
Yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can tell why. I can see why.
Right? Yeah, he's got the right look for it, right?
Yeah.
He's been doing really good. I've been doing a bunch of boogeyman drills with him lately. It's like somebody basically jumps out of the, out of nowhere and like threatens us, and then we use, or if somebody's just walking by that's kind of like where we decide there's a problem, we have a word that we use. It's the same word said twice. I'm not gonna do it.
Nope.
Because it'll make them kind of bark a whole bunch. Yeah. But we can like light him up, and he'll like do a bunch of big barking and stuff like that.
I wish I could even teach him to bark. He just doesn't do it often enough
to mark it.
Well, honestly, when he does bark, it's useful.
Yeah.
It's like if I'm banging on the door, he'll bark. Or if we're in her office and he sees someone walk past.
Yeah.
Something like that. He doesn't do it in public per se.
Right.
So I don't think it's a problem.
No.
It actually works out, because if someone was trying to bang on my door,
you'd be able to do something with it.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Well, let's see how he does in motion with Kane also like moving.
So you move like this way, you move that.
Yeah, just like walk that way, and I'll wait here, and then we can both just like I can walk over there, and you can walk on this side and like walk towards us, and let's just like do like a separate thing where we're basically walking to, or I can even like run up there, and then you can just walk straight this way and I can walk straight this way, and just see if Loki tries to lunge across or not.
I got you.
Yeah, because you can see Kane's he's recalling and stuff like that. He's gonna do fine. That way we can just test him out. Kane, let's go. Good job, dude. Kane. Good. Good job, buddy. What are you looking for, Kane? Come on, buddy. Good job, dude. Kane, here. Good boy. Kane, heel. Heel. Good heel. Yes. Kane, sit. Good job. You gonna be a good test dog for us today, huh? Oh, I got a car coming. Come on, Kane. Kane, sit. Kane, sit. You didn't hear me the first time. It's okay. Good boy. Yeah, as soon as this car goes by. Because I don't know if that one's left or right. Yeah, you're good. We can go ahead. That way you can just see how he does. Good job, Kane. Kane, good boy. Nope. So that's one thing that Kane obviously knows really well, is that punisher there. So he needs to use the bathroom again. I thought so. Yeah, do a little poop poop. Kane's dropping a deuce.
Massive turd.
Massive turd, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So 100.
What kind of dog is that?
Cane Corso.
Wow.
Yep, he's right at 100 pounds right now.
Wow.
Yep. His name is Kane.
Kane.
Yep.
Wow.
We won't have to pick that up, huh, Kane? You still going or you done? You done, buddy? Okay, Kane, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You done? No? Okay, he's still got a little bit more.
One of our teachers from high school is doing like a class on Cane Corso for like the public or something.
Yeah?
Like that.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
we got 2 of them.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, he's really good because we've worked with him a lot, so he's nice to people, and he's not like ready to like attack people, because that's a lot of times what people think, like if you do like a protection dog and you train him to be like ready to do that kind of stuff, they think, oh, you can't like let people touch it or be anywhere near it because, you know, he'll attack them or something like that. But it shouldn't be like that, you know. It should be that he's friendly with people and you can trust him to like walk around and be near people, but that if like the right context is in or the right scenario happens, or you ask him to, like with like a watch or something like that, and you use that word, that he'll turn it on then. But then the rest of the time he's just a regular dog. Alrighty then. Yeah, but then like the rest of the time he's just like any other dog. This is normal. Good job, Kane. Good job. Kane, heel. Heel. Yes. Good heel. There you go. I haven't given you a treat yet. Good job, dude. Heel. Kane, heel. Yes. That's a good job, dude. And one thing to mention about like any dog, but you know, Kane included, is that I don't like to have a dog in a heel all the time. Give him some freedom, let him do stuff. Whether this is in a park or in a parking lot, you know, he's free to make those choices. Right? He can go look, but then he doesn't have to do anything about that. He can go look, and then he can do nothing. Right? Good job, Kane. Good job. And most of the time, he's just gonna choose to go with you. What do you think, Kane? Surely you're not gonna mark the tree, Kane. Kane, here. Kane, sit. Sit. Yes. Good job. Nope, sit. Good, stay. Is that good? How's he doing? He's doing really good? Perfect. Yeah, try to walk by just now. I have him in the stay and see how Loki does with that.
Oh, you want me to have him stay here?
No, you can just walk by him. That way I can watch and see what he's doing. And have you had to use the e-collar at all? No? Okay. Nope. Sit. Stay. Even though he's just coming back to me, it's fine. It's good. Yes, break. Good job, Kane. Yeah, what else are you thinking?
I've noticed he's having
Am I
like...
doing good with like the heel stuff? I'll tell him heel one, then nope.
Yeah, if he doesn't heal, yeah. And then like, if he seems like he's a little bit confused, just kind of guide him into the heel.
I try to like, kind of pull him back.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when it comes to heel, like I said, I don't press it most of the time. Yeah. And then I've noticed that, so that's another thing I noticed is that he, and this is pretty common, is that he kind of will like, let's go, Kane. He will kind of like want to go to like one or the other person. Kane, here. Good boy. He'll want to go to one or the other person. And yeah, I think that's why like I think the flexi will help, because then that won't kind of yank you.
And see, he's kind of pulling me, but it's like it's so close that it's like I don't want to shock him for it.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough space. He's just going to his mom, and that should be fine.
Like, I don't want to
Yeah.
shock him for just like, now if he's walking ahead of me and I say, look, come back, or something like that, I'm like,
Right, if he's like pulling you like forward towards the store or something,
but if
yeah.
he's just giving me like a little, like I have to just extend my arm or something like that, I don't want to shock him for it. Because
Right.
it's such a close vicinity, it's not that bad.
Right, and especially like, it depends on kind of what he's doing. Like if he's going to her, I mean, that's kind of the point. Like
Exactly.
we want that. We want him to be like attached to her, you know? Yeah. You want to try it? Okay. And then the other thing I wanted to say was like, you saw there like for a second there with Kane, like he's on the flexi right now, and that's another dog, right? And Kane was like, if I had not said anything, Kane would have walked all the way up to you guys and like wanted to interact with Loki. And then the question is kind of like, okay, well, what do I do about that? I could have locked the flexi and been like, you know, and said like, nope, 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 stop, you know? But instead I just recalled him, right? Because he does, I mean, I didn't tell him not to do that because he wasn't in any kind of command. He was free, so he can go. So to him, like, he's like, I'm not doing anything wrong. So like, unless he had been in like a heel or something like that, which most of the time I don't have dogs in heel, but if he had been like in a heel or something like that, then I would have been like, nope, like I would have corrected him. But
What's your opinion on heel? Like, when's the proper heel?
like, what is it, or when?
Yeah.
I mean, I use it when it's useful. So for me, most of the time, a heel is useful when maybe like you're going through like a really tight space or something. Yeah, but like if I'm going on a walk, like you're gonna see me like the way I'm walking Kane. Like I'm just gonna say, let's go. And then we're just gonna like walk around, and like he's over there, but he's coming with me, and he'll come back to my left side, right? And he'll just be hanging out with me, and we're just going where we're going. And then like he doesn't need to be in a heel unless there's some reason, right?
Down like a hallway or...
Right.
I just feel like I have more control when he's closer, so I guess that's what I...
Yeah.
I feel like with a shot, I feel like that. I feel like if he's turning away from the dog,
Right, and so like if he's over there, Kane, here.
and then if he doesn't listen to that, then
Yeah, because that way I can give them lots of freedom. So like Kane has tons of freedom. He can go like walk all over the place and do the things he's gonna do. But you know, like that's because I've reinforced that with the e-collar, and so he can recall, and so then I can like let him do what he's gonna do. Kane, sit. Right, because he's gonna listen, and so then I think it's kind of probably just a comfort thing, is what it sounds like. Which is, I mean, I get it. It's definitely understandable because sometimes it can be nerve-wracking. Yeah, things can happen really fast. Yeah.
But I feel like the e-collar is more effective than trying to pull it back.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, the e-collar is more effective, and then
Like a wireless yank.
and then the other thing that you can kind of think of is like, okay, from the dog's perspective, if if they're always kind of like, you know, if I had Kane and I was like, boom, Kane was always right here, like right there, then when he did see something like that was just like, well, that is like incredibly stimulating, and he really, really wanted it, then what's gonna happen?
He'll pull you in.
Right. Whereas if he's kind of, which he will pull me with him. I can't hold this dog back that well, you know. He's strong as a mug, you know. If you kind of have them where they're like cooped up and they're like on your side all the time, you're just grinding the heel, then it will be more likely that they're gonna want to pull and want to go do that thing.
See, I think that's been our problem. We want him in a heel so bad.
Yeah.
That
He's nervous.
we're just not giving him that freedom to kind of do everything and let the collar do the work.
Yeah, and then it's like, I kind of think about it like if their drive and their needs are kind of taken care of, just and it doesn't have to be like, you know, like, because sometimes like you'll have like a trainer tell you that like they have to be like you must exercise your dog 3 times a day for 45 minutes. You have to make sure that they run full speed. Like,
maybe
no.
Border Collie, but not
Yeah. And even then it's like, you know, if you like do like a walk and you let them roam all over the place and they sniff a whole bunch of stuff, 20 minutes of sniffing is a lot. It's a lot of activity, right? And then if you spend even like 10 minutes with like a rope toy, like I like the one that you'll see it in a few of my videos, and you'll probably see it more often, is like, let's get like a rope toy from Tractor Supply. It's like $10, and 10 minutes of playing with that rope toy and like doing like a few like sit and stays and like some other random like recalls, and like you can teach them like the out, right? With him we use aus, right?
So are his commands in German mostly?
Some of them, yeah. So like any of the ones that have anything to do with protection, they're in German. Yeah, they're in German. So like his command to like attack, to like bite, that's in German, or his command to like check somebody out, that one's in German. So he has a few that are in German. Everything that's related to the protection is in German.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cane Corsos are beautiful. His hands are the size of mine.
Yeah, he has gigantic paws. They're crazy looking.
Insane.
That's a good job, dude. But he's a really sweet dog.
Most protection dogs are.
Yeah.
You'll see police dogs with like their carriers, and they're the sweetest dogs.
Yeah, super nice, and you can pet him and stuff.
I love watching like dog chase videos. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, that was you. I was on you. We told you. Yeah. No, and then like when we do like personal protection stuff, it's a lot of it's just we're trying to teach them to do 99.9% of the job, right? Because if you think of like a lot of the stuff that you see on YouTube and they'll call it protection, like personal protection, it's just sport work. Like, and protection's not the same as sport. So like sport is, you know, like very like equipment focused, and like they see a particular piece of equipment and they're like amped up, and then you send them on that equipment and they like run across the yard and like jump and like grab it. And I've trained dogs to do that kind of stuff, but protection is more like get that person to go away. And if you look like him,
That's quick.
yeah, the answer is if you can look at your dog and tell him a couple of words and point at that guy, and he starts going burp, 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 burp,
So I guess
right?
protection,
They're gonna run away.
The first step is,
Unless they're on like PCP or something, right?
So I guess with a lot of protection dogs, I mean, is it first is like a scare tactic, and then if it escalates from there, it should be a command to.
Right, then they should be, and so like a lot of that is, I mean, you think about like, I don't know if have you ever been in like a fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what do you feel like right before a fight? You're like, you know, you get all amped up, and like your whole body like goes into this weird mode, and you have a bunch of adrenaline, and you're like really freaked out, right? And then like afterwards, like you have like a big like come down period where you're like, because you were super amped up to like you were ready to like fight somebody, right? Or you did fight with somebody. So like to get to that place, a lot of people, I mean, it scares people. Like you'll get scared, right? And so a lot of what we do with the protection training is is teaching the dog to deal with that feeling and not back down immediately
That's really smart.
from that feeling.
Yeah, because usually before, like even before a rugby game, I get incredibly nervous.
Yeah.
I get horrible butterflies, and as soon as the ball's kicked,
Yeah.
it's like as soon as the game starts, it's triggered, and I'm fine.
Yeah. No, because like teaching a dog to like say, to like basically like play tug with a toy, it's cool. But what you really want to see is that a dog is like ready, like they will fight if they need to, basically. And the good thing is though, that like 99.9% of the time, they ain't gonna fight anybody. They don't have to bite anybody. Because somebody sees this, really angry looking,
Yeah,
they're just gonna walk away normally.
if I was a robber and I saw a Cane Corso, so my teacher that I'm really close with in high school that he actually he has 2 Cane Corsos, and he takes some like hiking with them, and he does a lot of protection work. But he actually just had a seminar with them.
Oh, awesome.
And yeah, I've always been interested in Cane Corsos. They're terrifying.
Yeah, they're cool
They
dogs.
have such a deep bark, and they're huge.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is that if you miss, like if you don't do the right things with them, they'll go bite someone when they're not supposed to.
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
And then it's like, now that dog has to be put down because you're lacking.
Yeah. And the good thing about Cane Corsos is most of the time they are, I mean, they're not like all that, they're guardian breeds. So they're not like extremely likely to go bite somebody, but they are more likely than like way more likely than Loki.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. But they're not like like a Malinois. That's kind of like the peak of like wants to bite somebody. Yeah. They just like, that's why you'll watch them walk around. They'll just be like clapping their teeth together. Yeah.
Did you give me his
Well, Kane seems comfortable. He's so scary.
Oh my god, look at all that hair.
So scary, Kane. You're so scary. Yeah, we gave him a bath today, and we've been using a de-shedder.
It's working.
Yeah, it's working, because every time in the summer this happens with all the dogs we take in, like a whole bunch of their hair. I've actually, some of the dogs that are like have a lot of hair, when we take them back, they're like, they look so small. And we're like, they just shedded. A whole bunch of hair is gone. Yeah. Kane, here. Here. Yes. Look at that hair, Kane. Kane, sit. Sit, bud. Good boy. But yeah, I mean, do you guys have, what other questions do you have about Loki?
What you covered with us is exactly what we need.
Okay.
You know, giving him that freedom, not having him in heel constantly.
Yeah.
I feel like we honestly shouldn't use that leash anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I can show you the other leash that I often will use. Good job, Kane. Oh yeah, Kane, sit. Should be fine. He normally doesn't show any kind of aggression towards anybody, so. Right there. Good boy. Oh,
my God,
yeah.
you have such a big head.
Yeah, I mean, he's a nice dog.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's got a gigantic head. That's true.
Oh, you're so big-headed.
Yeah.
I know, right? Oh, you're such a
No, because like,
you are a good dog.
Yeah, he won't do anything unless somebody like acts aggressive towards you or something like that. Yeah. Good boy. Come here, Kane. Oh, not yet. You're not going in there. Oh, to the sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's go. I have the other leash over here. So this is the one that I normally will get from Tractor Supply. It's a 50-footer, right? Good job. Okay. Ooh. And then this is the tug toy that I get, which is also from Tractor Supply. It's good for training because doing like a play and train with a dog, just taking one of these out, and then like the way that you'll do it, and if you can see, actually I have another one with a different Cane Corso. I have a playlist called Play and Train, and you just basically will, you basically just get them to do stuff with the tug toy, or if they like a ball better, that's fine too. And you just play with them, and then Kane, he's about to pee on that car. Were you about to pee on their car? You look like you were about to pee on their car. He's like, I was about to pee on their car.
That's what's so funny about him is he does not like to let me pees.
Oh, he pees like a girl.
Yeah, he only squats when he pees.
Yeah.
And it's so funny when he poops, he doesn't stay in one place. He likes to walk around. It's like a duck walk.
Do the duck walk?
Yeah.
Yeah, but with this one, the way I like to do it is I'll just put it on. And it's a big 50-foot leash. So then you can just drop it on the ground, like once you make sure it's not like tangled up. Because you don't want just like a big ball.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like, yeah, then it's not like fully put out. But I'll kind of like make sure it's out and then just, as long as it's mostly out.
I think when we go to like a big field or something, like where there's a lot of space.
That's where I like to do it. Yeah. Yeah, and then like you'll notice like here, like the way it is right now, like if he like ran towards Loki right now, like what am I gonna do?
Exactly. Yeah.
I can't grab it. Like, because there's so much leash out.
Even if you do grab that and then you don't have gloves on or something.
You get some rope burn. Yeah. But like it's a good way, like I like to tell people like do it at the park. Right? Take them to a park. If you're feeling nervous about it, just go into like one of the big open fields at the park and do it at a time when there's not a ton of traffic if you're feeling nervous about it. And then just do this. Just like let the thing out and then just walk around with your dog like this, right? Because then I have that whole thing dragging. So then worst case scenario, what do I have to do? Yeah, like I might not be able to catch him, but I can catch 50 feet behind him, right? So then I can walk away from him like this and not be freaked out that something bad's gonna happen. So like that's one of the ways that I like to have people kind of like start getting used to the idea of having their dog off leash. Let's go, Kane. Kane, sit. And it also makes it easier to practice like the sit and the stay, because then like that leash is still over there, so I can tell him stay. And then I can practice it without having to manage a leash. Yes, break, good. Good job, dude. Right, so I can practice it without having to manage the leash. Good job, let's go.
I think that's covered everything though.
Good.
I'm actually super excited.
Kane, sit. I'm glad. That's what we like to hear. We want people excited. Hey man, get off me. What are you so excited for, huh? He's having a good time. I think that's the first time he's ever jumped on me. He just jumped on my arm a little bit. And I was like, hey dude, you're big. Too big for that. Good job, man. But you see how he does that though? How he'll stand, like when he thinks he sees something, he'll like stand and then like he'll stretch out like this. He'll put his chest out and like look at stuff and kind of like tip his tail up a little bit. I don't know, this looks kind of dope.
Oh yeah, without doubt. I love watching Cane Corso stories.
Yeah, good boy. All right, well, awesome. Yeah.
Do our homework.
Yeah, do the homework.